What say you, D-Lo? And D-Lo, thank you for that super sticker, bro. Thank you for your support, my G.
Yes, sir. Already.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I mean, I ain't put much thought into it because the fight just hasn't seemed realistic to me. But you know, since Boots has arrived, of course, you know, when you look at the top guys, any up and coming guy, you always think about how would he do against the guys at the top. So, you know, just in passing, thinking about it, I really, because I've already seen so much of the top guys in Spence, Thurman, Crawford, even Ugas, I kind of overly dissect what I see in Boots Ennis when I watch him fight. So I see a lot of things when I watch Boots Ennis fight that everybody else sees in terms of his phenomenal agility, athleticism, his power, all of that stuff. But I also see things that I critique, and I think about, he has to clean that up before he gets to the top. He has to figure this out before he gets to the top. And that's the right thing to do, because quite naturally, there's a reason you don't go from fighting certain guys and jump right up to the very best. I mean, very few fighters have gotten away with doing that. One comes to mind in Bradley. Bradley went from being a prospect to a title contender and then champion when he went to the UK and beat Junior Witter. But in most cases, you have to go through that progression. So I look at Boots and I look at the holes that I see, and I know that these other coaches see it better than I see it. Like a lot of people laud him for the switching and all of that stuff, and they compare him to Crawford. I don't even see the Crawford comparison, to be honest. But other than the switching, but I see it. But to me, I look at Boots switching the same way I look at Big Baby Anderson switching. To me, those guys are switching just because they can switch, and a lot of times they're not doing it with purpose. It's like they're in the fight working on stuff. Whereas a guy like Crawford switches with a purpose. And then when he finds what's actually working, he stays there. You don't.
But I got to correct you though on this one thing. Oh, God,
man, I was real quiet when everybody else was talking.
My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, let him get it off now.
So you know, I look at it like, you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, these guys are young, so it makes sense that, you know what I'm saying, they're figuring out certain things in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like, and with Boots, part of the reason we hadn't seen him really switch with a purpose is because we haven't seen Boots in a competitive fight. So there's a lot of questions that got to be answered before I say, yeah, this guy's ready for the top guys. We haven't seen him in a fight in which he's had to dig deep, which he, you know, had to face adversity, this, that, and the other. Because quite honestly, switching for the sake of switching against a guy that's on your level in a close fight will get you in trouble more so than it'll help you. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like I see some holes. I see the guy square himself up a lot. And a lot of it is related to his switching. But I also know that in boxing, you do the things that you can get away with versus certain opposition. And against other guys, just like I say, these other coaches see the things that Boots is doing wrong or that they may be able to get their fighter to exploit. I also know that Boots' team knows what Boots has to shore up before he fights certain guys, and they know what he'll be able to get away. Like, don't be surprised if we see Boots fight a very solid contender and you never see him come out of a certain stance. Whichever stance that is he goes into, he stays there because there's not a margin of error for him to just switch to the other position just to try stuff. So I just look at it like, you know what I'm saying, I just don't think the kid at this point is ready for the top. But I don't think he's far off. I think he's one or two fights off, but it got to be against the right people.
That's a great breakdown. Let me just.
So right now, I would have
a little bit on that.
Yeah, to answer the question.